This myth needs to be put to rest forever. Watch this.
You know, when you criticize Christians, I hope you know who you're criticizing. The demographic with the largest numbers of followers of Christ in the world is women of color. And the demographic with the largest number of followers of Christ, in it percentage-wise, in the United States, is African American women. So be very careful when you start criticizing Christians. And yet so many professors and so much thinking in the press in our country has basically said, oh, Christianity is a white Western man's religion. A young lady said that to me at the University of South Carolina. I was just about to answer her. A tall black gentleman steps out of the crowd and says, excuse me, I'm a grad student here and I'm from Ethiopia. Our Ethiopian Christian church is far older than any Christian church here in the United States or in any part of Western Europe. And this idea that Christianity is a white Western religion is totally false.
And Cliff is 10 billion% correct. This whole lie from the father of lies, Satan, that Christianity is a white Western man's religion, it needs to die. I'm sorry. It needs to be put to the cross. And it needs to be put in its place and crucified. Alongside with the whole fact that these same people tend to say that Jesus Christ is a white man. He's not from Europe. He is from Israel. And we need to know the facts so that way we can dispel lies from the father of lies who only wants to pervert things with doctrines of demons. That being said, the fact still remains. If we look at Acts chapter 8, which is canonical between all three sectors with Protestantism, Catholicism, and Orthodoxy, Ethiopian Orthodoxy, we understand that the Ethiopian eunuch came to St. Philip and then was baptized in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit. After being filled with the Holy Spirit, the Ethiopian eunuch went back to his home country rejoicing. Because of the Ethiopian eunuch, in tandem with St. Matthew, which we learn from the Ethiopian Bible, and this one in particular, you find a certain text, and I've read this extensively. It's called the Acts of Matthew, and in the Acts of Matthew, we learn that St. Matthew was commissioned by the Holy Spirit to go to the land of Cush, Ethiopia, North Africa. And after being filled with the Holy Spirit, he went and did an evangelist work and preached the good news, a la Matthew 28:19-20. And he did his evangelist work, and it even goes into detail as to his final end in Ethiopia. And because of St. Matthew's influence, and because of the Ethiopian eunuch's influence, the first church and the first Bible, this right here, was made. So when I tell my brothers and sisters, should I read that? I say to them, if I'm going to go to anything, I want to go to the source of it all, the very beginning of what the apostles were taught, studied, and the traditions. That being said, do not take my word for it. Do your own due diligence. You'd be a fool just to take my word for it. In Isaiah chapter 2, verse 22, it says, stop trusting in human beings that breathe through their nostrils. For what credibility do these people have? I say that in humility because I tell these individuals, my brothers and sisters, and lay people that are just coming to the faith, trust the Holy Spirit, that same Holy Spirit that gives you the gifts of discernment, knowledge, and wisdom. When you read these two books, they're both the same Ethiopian Bible, but that being said, when you read the Ethiopian Bible, trust the Holy Spirit and ask, is this something that I need to disregard as complete nonsense, or is this something that's based in historical truth, based on what God taught me in the Old Testament and what Christ taught me in the New? So trust the Holy Spirit. Don't take my word for it.